YouTube and hey crafters, it's been quite a while. My name is Tina and welcome to my channel, Reillys Knitting-Needle. If you are a new subscriber, welcome. And if you're returning, hey! I am a little loopy this morning because I've been trying to do my hair, trying to get all my projects ready to go. Looks like I'm missing some eyebrows and I don't know what's going on this morning with this side, but yeah. It's good to be back. I took a couple of weeks off. Kids did go back to school. I think my last video was right when they went to school or they just started. I can't really remember. Sometimes I go back and I check the videos and sometimes I don't. I'm pretty sure it was maybe day 2 or 3 when they went back. Yeah, so I kind of just took the last couple weeks off trying to finish up some projects, started more projects, or I casted one project new, and oh, she is gorgeous. But anyways, some projects got love, some didn't. A couple of Break the Bank, which really isn't Break the Bank, some Temu stuff, some cute little things here and there, and some Dollar Tree. I might have shown them in my last video too. I really can't remember, and if I did, sorry. If I didn't, awesome. You're going to see me doing this a lot and probably doing this a lot. It's one of those days for me. It really is one of those days. I don't know. I tried to put a wig on this morning. I tried to brush it this morning, and I am not having the best of luck. So, as I said, the last couple weeks I've been working on a lot of projects. Basically, I started a scrap can. I went downstairs, decided to go through some of my yarn and go through yarn that was 5 years or older. So I did do that, and with that being said, the blanket is coming out gorgeous. It's another pinwheel, but it's a Frankenstein pinwheel. And with that being said, I was going to use it as a giveaway when I hit at least 1,000 on YouTube. But the more and more I'm working on her, the more and more I'm falling in love with her. So I'm kind of like, we're probably just gonna end up leaving it the way it is. And I did have a hair clip here. Let me hit pause and see if I can find a hair clip. Okay, that's a little better. As I said, I really like to have my hair down, but it's super hot. Georgia has been doing some weird ass shit the last couple of days. I mean, between the rain last week and then this week, the weather's fluctuating. I even put my air up to 76 last night because it got to 64 degrees. Anyways, so we're having one of those mornings. So anyways, I wanted to do a giveaway with this blanket. But as I said, the more and more I'm making her, the more and more I'm falling in love with her. And it's huge so far. So she might just become the community Frankenstein blanket that sits on the couch. I did, however, go through a lot more yarn that it's a lot more updated and still looks new. I figure, what if when I'm ready to do my giveaways, I make a smaller pinwheel and then make some hats. I love making my hats and things like that. So anyways, I don't know what she's going to be. I don't know if she's going to be family community blanket or she's going to be a giveaway. So as far as TikTok goes, please, all my social media handles. TikTok is Reillys Knitting-Needle. Instagram is Reillys_knitting_needle. And Facebook is Reillys Knitting-Needle. And welcome to my channel. TikTok seems to be blowing up for me. I mean, TikTok has been doing amazing for me. I'm already at 1,100 viewers and things like that, and it feels nice to just put my stuff up there, as I said, and people see. I know videos are a lot more longer, and these videos are more for when we're listening and we, like a podcast kind of thing. And the TikToks we all go through quickly and stuff, and I want to thank everybody. So if you're on here as well and you've seen my TikToks, I do thank you for the likes. I thank you for subscribing, even share my videos. I don't mind if you guys share them. They're pretty cool projects that I make. So as I said, and forgive me, I am not tired. We have new lighting, so if you look at my other videos, it was dimmer. Another reason why I haven't been on, I had to swap everything. So now, granted, when we moved here, I did say we had a basement. The basement was it was decent, And my room was well protected, or at least I thought it was. I had all the dehumidifier in there. I had all the buckets, the rapid somethings. I don't know, the rapid absorbers. I had like 8, 9, 10, 12 in there, even in my tiny closet. Every day I check my yarn. Every day I sniff my yarn. I look at it to make sure I don't see any spores, nothing. And my yarn seemed fine. And it still is. It still is. I don't know. One day I happened to just get up in the morning and I said to my husband, I said, my stuff's got to be moved. It's got to go. It's got to come up. And excuse me for fidgeting. I'm sitting on a couple of pinwheel blankets to get some length. So I happen to just be like, something's not right. Something's not right down there. And thank God I went and I started unpacking all my packing my things and put everything in garbage bags. Thankfully, when I built my cubicle, I did it in a weird staircase. So I was lucky enough to pry her in the middle. My husband grabbed one L-shaped and I grab and then really push it back together, snap it. I did not want to rebuild it. I hate rebuilding those things. And the black one that I had before, I've built her so many times by changing it up and making different looks that the plastic pieces were not holding on to the metal, and the metal was so stripped it wasn't. So with these white ones, which I got on clearance on Amazon back in January, I got them for like $62. I don't know if any of y'all know, they're like $1.40 and up. So I think it was like a Christmas sale or something. Anyways, I got them for $62, built them, been down there since January. And again, I change out the rapid absorbers like every month or two. Costs a lot of money too to do that. Anyways, granted, I should be letting my landlord know that I think that there's something going on in the basement. We can't find anything. So far, I haven't found anything. I've been making a long story short longer than what it was supposed to be. So anyways, I come home that day, something don't feel right. I want to get my stuff out, start packing. We get the L shapes up. Everything is in my room. So my bedroom is now, which looked smaller, but now made my room look bigger. So it's a little cramped, but my things are saved. As I'm going through and unpacking, I start grabbing some of my yarn notions bags and my knitting bags, and I saw spores. At that moment, I realized, thank God my stuff is up. So we had to douse the whole room in bleach, scrub her down, went got more rapid absorbers, another cartridge, more cartridges for the dehumidifier, whatever goes inside them. I don't know. My husband knows all that stuff. And just, so the room is okay. You can't smell anything. You can't see anything. But it was something hidden in the air. So that's another reason why I took a whole last week off, because I was going to record on Tuesday, Wednesday. I was like, oh, I feel great. I feel up to it. No, my stuff had to come up. So my room looks amazing. My yarn, everything wall looks amazing. My living room, however, yeah. So if I don't record next week is because I took another week off to get that part of the house situated, get the kids. But I've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes. So it's not like I'm not focusing on my hobby and giving myself a little bit of, me time. So I've been doing that. I have a lot to show today. Yeah. I will not try to make it too long, as, again, I still have to run the laundry, run the kids' laundry, get a set of dishes going. And I didn't start the dishes because you guys are here, they're slosh, 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 slosh in the back. So I gotta get some dishes done, get some laundry going, and a little bit of sweeping and mopping, and then I'm done for the day and work on Frankenstein. Now, technically, I have 3 works in progress to show, even though you guys probably go through my other episodes. I still got like 7 or 8 sitting on that side. Again, they're just little random pieces, a random scarf or a handkerchief or a random sock. So those are just whenever I feel like. My main 3 projects that I'm working on, I'm still working on. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 finished. A couple little trinkets, odds and ends that I bought here and there, and that's really it. other than that, I hope you've all been doing well for the last 3 weeks. I hope everybody's, healthy, well, and happy crafting. So, and enjoying the rest of your summer, because as kids I know do go back to school soon. I know up north, but I don't know about the rest of the West Coast. But, enjoy the rest of your summer with your kids, and have fun. I mean, we had fun this summer. We didn't get to do a lot, but we did have some fun. I got to go to the pool and the water fights and all the kids up the block with those little hacky sack things. I made the hacky sack bins, not bins, beanies. My neighbor made the kids the board where they throw a toss. I don't know. So, anyways, I think I'm just going to jump right into the finished objects, kind of get them out of the way so I can explain a little bit more about what I'm working on. And then, like I said, my little trinkets. So, as far as some of my finished objects go, the yarn was by Pioneer Woman. I don't remember the name. And again, I am really bad with this stuff. Like, I wrote down what I finished. And I'm like, yay. Did you write the yarn? No. Did you write the tools? No. I'm so sorry. So, anywho. And yeah, I'm going to be a little bit jacked up this morning because I had one at 5 a.m. As I said, everybody left. They all went to school. They went to work. And my husband's like, okay, you're going to go get ready and get yourself dolled up. Yeah, I'm going to go get myself dolled up. And not dolled up. I'm not dolling. Basically, put a little bit of eye makeup on so I don't look like Homer Simpson. Tuck my hair back a little bit so I don't look like freaking Medusa. Just little decent. It was not working for me. I went through like 7 different wigs and they did not want to sit this morning. And it wasn't the wigs. It was my hair. My hair did not want to sit pretty underneath the stocking. And I'm just kind of like, not today. I had lipstick on. I got it on my teeth. So I was like, no. Because I'm pretty sure in my last video, if you really look, I had lipstick the entire video. So we're having one of those mornings today. I kind of just need a little bit of boost. I usually drink coffee. Not today. It's too hot. It is really hot. So, as I was saying, the yarn is by Pioneer Woman. I only had the one skein, so I don't even think I have the label. I probably have like that much yarn. Anyway, so the pattern is the Ross Hat by Smell Great Guy or smellslikeyarn.com. And his pattern, I believe all his patterns are free. One of his patterns is the Ross Hat, and I've been doing the Ross Hat since, I want to say 2019, maybe 18, but so the first one I made thinking, oh, this is great, a little pointy point. I don't know what went wrong, but this is Pioneer Woman yarn. And again, the pattern is the Ross Hat by Smell Great Guy or Smells Like Yarn. And got my crown. I think I decreased. I didn't do the rest of the decrease. At top here, I kind of got annoyed because it didn't fit me after a while. I was like, oh, man. So, you can see a little bit. But it's okay. It'll go to my son. And then whatever I had left over, I made the adult size. So, I believe this one was 80 inches. 80 stitches. And I think this one I went with 102. I think that was one of the other ones. I didn't realize that. I think this was a 3 weight, maybe. But again, then the crown on this one came out so much better. Look at that. Super pretty. Now I'm going to sit here for a second. That's my screenshot. There you go. That's my screenshot. But anyways, so she's super cute. I would put her on, but then, again, we got Medusa going on today, and I'm in no mood. I'm in no mood today. So, it's the little stragglers. Super cute. I love his his ribbing. He does 3x2. Super stretchy, real pretty. For me, because I have a lot of hair, it's okay. I don't do the 6.5. I do maybe 6.5, 7. I like a little bit of slouch in the back. Again, I have a lot of hair. It's straight right now, but when it starts to kink and grow out curly, I like to make sure I can put my hair up in a bun and then just pop it right in a slouchy hat. So, yeah, that's great. Hey! So, I got mine and my son's. Again, the yarn is Pioneer Woman and the pattern is the Ross hat by Smell Great Guy and or Smells Like Yarn. Now the next one was a freehand. I got bored. I went to the Dollar Tree. So I went to the Dollar Tree. I had, ooh, I didn't even know it was open. Oh dear Lord. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm apparently using 2 clips. Anyways, so I saw these clips. I believe it was Michelle Jacek. Michelle. I know her name is Michelle. She's on YouTube. Phenomenal girl. I really like watching her videos. She's the sweetest woman that I've seen so far when, you know, she's doing her thrift hauls and rearranging her room and things like that. And I think she was redoing her sweaters, and I could have swore these little clamps. I saw these clamps. Anyways, the point was, so I saw the video. I had to have the clamps. Dollar Tree. I went and picked them up, and that happened. So when I went and picked them up and I found them, because I went the week before, and the week before they had 2 gawky. I don't want gawky. I want the little ones. I do sew. So anyways, I found them, and I was like, great, this is awesome. I can finally, when I'm doing my sewing, I have actual clamps. And though I have pins, whatever, I like to try different tools. So I came across their dollar section of wired wreaths, whatever. And I saw the rainbow. Taste the rainbow. I saw the rainbow. And I thought of my daughter. And I was like, I have to do this for her. It took me about 3 days. Oh, I am so sorry. This is happening right now. Okay, went away. So, without further ado. Ta-da! It's not perfect. Oh, even that's cute. That's a cute screenshot. There you go. Screenshot. Yeah, I'm one of those. Anyways, so it's not perfect. I wanted some pink in here. I did want a little bit of gray in between. I know it's not the colors of the rainbow, but I wanted something like just lit up in her room and just different. But again, she's not perfect. My daughter fell in love. She was super happy. So, and she wants me to make one for her little friend. So, maybe next weekend, I go to the Dollar Tree. I'll go pick up another one for her friend Zoe and make one for her. It's wonky, like I said. It's not the best. So. And usually I'll take pool noodles. I'll slice them down the middle and I'll hot glue them in between here to keep this from, coming in. And a prime example would be that project right there that you see, okay? So, with my wreaths, I usually do the pool noodles. Again, they keep the balls in place, and when they're also leaning up against my door, it gives it more of a flatter surface, pushing the balls out of the way. See, these ain't coming off there now, unless I rip them off. So, I like to put the pool noodles. I didn't do it with this project. Sorry about that. I didn't do it with this project. 1, I don't feel like chopping up pool noodles. 2, the pool noodles that I do have, I have enough for all of my door stoppers. So, anyways. But it's for her. She's not messing with it. She just got it on above her bed. So, that's Miss Nana's rainbow. There you go. Screenshot. Second. Now, the final finished project. I believe I showed that I was starting it. I know I wasn't going to be done with Pinwheels for a little while, kind of take a break, and I was like, no, I believe my daughter went shopping. Yes, and I said that the navy blue, because she was so old and I had whined it so many times, because every time I had a project, I pull it, it gets paper thin, they get wonky. So we went and opted for the Big Twist Sparkle, okay? So with that being said, she is done. I finished it like, I think 3 days after my last video. I literally just weaved in the ends like 3 days ago. I don't know why. So excuse the noise. But she is a done. And I believe on TikTok I posted her up there too. Jenny, look how pretty that sparkles. The shells. Okay, make sure I'm showing y'all. So I would stand on the chair, but again, I got blankets on there to pick up my height. So it's enough. It's a nice, decent size for my baby girl. Again, I'm doing it. I need my screenshots. I don't like doing them. So, there you go. We're done. So, I'm getting into the yarn. Now, the pattern is I do this every time. The crochet, it's a crocheted pinwheel blanket by the Crochet Crowd. The yarn that I use is, I don't remember the colorway of this one. This is an old yarn that was Mainstays when they first started their variegated in Walmart. I had got them on clearance, I think, for like $1.25. They weren't selling well at that time, I think. I picked up like 14. I don't remember. I know it was 14. 15. I wanted to make a sweater. I was pregnant at the time with my son. Or, I don't know. I probably just gave birth. I don't know. So, this is Mainstays. Don't remember the colorway. The sparkle is Big Twist Sparkle yarn. So, she loves it. She's already been giving it love the last 3 days. She was just right on the couch with it. She's like, Mommy, this is mine. This is mine. Nobody take it. So, and that's that for my finished projects. Fun times. Okay, so as far as my sweater goes, so I was working on the Classic by East Base Tricot, and I kind of have been on this back and forth thing where, how do I put it? I want a dress, I want a sweater, I want a dress, I want a sweater. Now, the more and more I'm on Pinterest, I am finding a lot more worsted weight sweaters. But again, I don't know what it is, why. It could be more expensive worsted weight stuff. I don't know, but it looks gorgeous. It looks free-flowing, not too gawky, not too stiff. And then it could be that, do I have to wash it? So maybe that's why I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. So, 1 minute, again, I'm dress, 1 minute I'm sweater. I'm really 50-50 right now. I don't know what to do. So, I gave up a little bit on the body. I said, okay, I need a break, even though I'm doing the same thing on the sleeve. But it's a sleeve, so I'm starting it, and I'm like, okay. So, this is my Classic by East Base Tricot. Okay, I gotta get a rolling chair. I really do. So, and here's the problem. It's starting to feel like it's too big. Again, losing the weight, it feels, but I don't know. So I started a sleeve. We're 36 rows in. And I think when I did try it on, yeah, it was about up to here. So I'm going to come back up down to about here, right above my tattoo. The same with this side. And then do just ribbing, which the ribbing will be like that. Remember, I'm using 2 different colors as well. When I first bought the yarn, I found the two light ones. When I went back a couple weeks later, I found the dark one. Didn't realize the colors. So all the ribbing is going to have the darker peach. You can probably see a little bit. It is darker. My lighting is not the best, so. But you can tell it's a heck of a lot darker. Yeah, sorry. But I've shown it in my other videos. You might be able to see it. The ribbing is darker. Yeah, there, a little bit. There you go. More peachy pink and a beigey peach. It makes sense. It made sense. So, the body hasn't gotten any love. She is rolling up. I'm starting to get worried because, like I said, I think I went with an extra large. And it's fine because it is acrylic. I'm probably going to wear a sweater underneath it or a t-shirt underneath it anyways. So it won't be too gawky on me and it won't be too hot. I won't be too sweaty. So this project has kind of just been sitting on the back burner for like a couple of days, maybe a week, because of my monstrosity that I started. So my next cast on is knitting. And then we're going to go back to my last finished project with whip, which is crochet. So, a couple years ago, I bought the Red Heart Chic. As you can see, I didn't pay $10.99 for it. I paid $2.49 for these. So at the time, I was able to get my hands on 4 sterling and 4 lace, and they've just been sitting there for about, I want to say it was right before the pandemic, so 2019ish, 2021, yeah, about 4 years ago I bought this yarn. It's been sitting collecting dust, and I've been wanting to make the Grayson Waves lace scarf by Marley Bird, but I didn't have the third color. I believe the third color is a black color. I couldn't get my hands on it. So, and then they had turquoise and pink. I was able to find the yarn. Problem is that, again, it was in brown or leather. I said, you know what? Close enough. So, I'm using a 5.5 Chaogu knitting needles, an 8-inch cord, so I am 16-inch circular, and I am on the next repeat. So again, forgive me because my lighting is a little too much today, but I'm trying to show the pattern little by little. Okay, probably better if I just knit. So here we go. I don't know what's going on today. Well, let's just go with the lace pattern. So I have the only biggest boo-boo in here. Oh, come on today, Tina. Alright, so it does this weird pattern like this, but I kind of threw an extra eyelet in there. So, yeah, see, it wasn't supposed to do that. It's supposed to do this. So, I have an extra eyelet in there. It's okay. My happy little mistake. But yeah. So, it says each, you only need 1 ball to complete this. Thankfully, I did buy 2 of the leather. So I'm most likely going to use a second one and have it really long. This is a worsted weight 4, 100% wool, 186 yards, 170 meters, 100 grams, 3.5 ounces. So, yeah. I mean, it's super soft. I've never worked with a worsted 4 100% wool before. I've used wool for my socks, Yeah, she's curling in, obviously. She's going to have to be washed and blocked. I think that's a little bit better. I can show it. And I'll probably record next week, maybe even outside. But super gorgeous. Got this beautiful pattern going on the side here. So it doesn't curl in. It's only curling because you have all the stragglers I have to put in. And then wash and block it. But as you can see, yeah, see it does this pretty V up shape and V down. Yeah, I don't know why somewhere in the project, in the pattern, I ended up putting an extra stitch. Again, it's my happy little mistake, so. But I've been enjoying working on this, and the pattern is a repeat. She says, you know, after doing it a couple times, you pick it. No. Yes, I do pick up, but I have to still look for the numbers, because as it's going up, going down, going up, the numbers are changing from the pattern. But it's actually super easy, and I was freaking out. I was like, I can't do it. I got it. So, and last but not least, of course, as I said, I'm working on another pinwheel. These are my favorite things to do. They're very comforting to me. It helps eat up a lot of my yarn. And when you're matching the colors, whether it be variegated or you're doing the dartboard version, you can really make some beautiful patterns with this particular pattern, whether it be the pinwheel version or the dartboard version. As I said, she's a monstrosity. So I already finished, I want to say 2 or 3. So this was the bucket that I went downstairs. I got these a couple weeks ago on Joann's online. I got them on clearance. The big one I got for $5. The medium one I got for $4. And the small one, I don't know why, I got for $6. I don't give a crap. I mean, think about it. I spoke about this before. If you paid the full price, $100 for this entire set. I got the set for $15, so I'm cheap and I don't care. Anyways, so I've already gone through, I think, 3 or 4 skeins of yarn, and then whatever. So this whole basket is full of impeccable value Craft Smart, and as you can see, it's been years. I don't even remember half the yarn. Where's the labels? I put it this way: I keep my yarn together. I don't do what other people do with the colors. I don't do that. I keep mine by brand, because you think, oh, okay, I have a couple of blacks that look identical, but as soon as I start raveling it, oh shit, this is actually fingering weight, even though it looks thick. When it sits next to it, for some odd reason, I don't know what it is about Patton's Croy Black. It looks identical to Impeccable and the size, but they're not. One's fingering, one's not. Anyways, so I know that these all came from the same family. Like, these are my Hobby Lobby family. This is my Mainstays family, my Impeccable family. Okay? So, yeah, see? Mainstays. Brand new, been sitting there, don't even know how long. These Impeccables, this one is brand new. Got her for like $1.15 many moons ago. My daughter is going to be 9. My Roseanne blanket, I want to say, is 8 or 9 years old. I made a white version because the black I can't see with the yarn. My vision is not the best. So I went with the white border so I can see better. And a lot of this yarn's been sitting there for about 8 or 9 years. Not today. So I went, I grabbed whatever I could, identical colors. Like I said, this one is Craft Smart, this one's Mainstays, Loops and Threads, Impeccables, you name it, it's in here. And I don't care, I'm just going with the color scheme. At first I started doing maybe 4 to 6 rounds, then I realized that she's getting bigger, we're eating more yarn, so just let the ball go. So without further ado, right now she is attached to a Karen 1 pound and a Mainstays. I'll show you the basket there because I don't want to, I try to keep my yarn as flowing as possible. I hate when it gets tangled, so we got that going. I am using a 6mm Susan Bates crochet hook. I like my inline. I hate tapered. I started with tapered. Don't get me wrong. I'm sorry for that. I started with tapered. I guess it just depends, or at least for me, it depends. As I started picking up speed, I like the inlines. If I'm having one of those days where I'm just kind of like, I'll pick up one of my Hobby Lobby plastic ones that are tapered and just go with the flow really slow. But I prefer my Susan Bates and my Chow Goose. So, again, without further ado, she's huge. Might have to move, yeah, definitely have to move the chair, so. Definitely. And I don't want to mix her colors up, so. Sana, look at her. She's getting bigger and bigger. See, I'm trying to look through the blanket to see what y'all can see. So she's all sorts of colors. I mean, and I wasn't gonna do a dark, but that brown really did set the tone. You see how perfect the circle is? It set the tone for the pink to go its way and the colors to go its way. So I'm glad I did that. At first I was like, shit, I shouldn't have used brown, but it set the tone palette, the color palette. So this is Frankenstein. Pattern is the pinwheel pattern or pinwheel blanket by the Crochet Crowd. And this actually, I started this almost 2 weeks ago. I don't do your average 23 rounds and stuff. I did that when I first started making these blankets following the pattern, but it's so repetitive, and again, it eats up so much yarn. This is the best thing ever, and I'm actually enjoying this. I really am, because every time a color changes, I'm like, oh, I want to see how it's gonna blend together, how they're gonna mix together. So, as I said, try to keep my yarn. I really hate having to detangle this stuff. It bothers me. So what this means is, because the yarn is on this side, we'll flip her around this way. Make sure she lines up. And put her back in her basket. And we're not tangled. See? Grab it, put it back, make sure that the stragglers get in there. All right. And that is it for my works in progress, my finished objects, what I've been up to for the last few weeks. Now, as I said, I don't have a lot of break in the bank stuff. It's little knick-knack things here and there. It's Temu. Like $10. I mean, no, it's $10, right? Sorry for the banging. I haven't done it all episode, and now we're doing it. Yeah, so I know Temu probably shouldn't be doing it, but it's not like I'm going out and buying, furniture, and I'm buying tablets and laptops and no. Like electronics, I think I said, but I was going to say video game electronics. There you go. For me, it's been knick-knack stuff. My husband and I, actually, it was our 25th anniversary last month. Now, you'll hear me a couple times, but you said 15, but to make a long story short, my husband and I, we are high school sweethearts. We met at 14 years old. We dated for about 3 years, separated. I had 2 kids. He went over the road as a truck driver. We got back together about 15 years ago, had 2 more children. The other 2 are out the door, and we've been together recently 15, but we dated and met 25 years ago for 3 years. So, yeah. 2 different, no, there's the 25 year, I met you for the first time, and then the second time when we tried to rekindle, and we have, and got married and had our own family. So, anyways, what's the point of that? I don't know. What's the point? Holy Oh my God. And excuse the French. Oh my God. What was the point? Oh, wow. I really am having a brain fart. I have to pause this for a second. Okay, I figured it out. So anyways, it was our 25th anniversary in July. And I got some cute little knickknacks for him and myself. I got him, he and she, it's supposed to be a galaxy bracelet. This ain't our galaxy, or this ain't our, whatever. This is like a different universe or something. But they're really cute. They're little sparklies. You probably can't see them. There you go. They're a little sparkle. So, $1.48 for these. They're cute, the cutest little thing. So, you know, he's got a his. I have a hers. As I said, I might have shown these already. Not sure. If so, sorry. I went to the Dollar Tree. I found a couple of fingering weight yarn for $1. So, got 2 of those. I did go back and I found a purple. As you can see, they don't have any of the labels. It's annoying, but what are you going to do? You know, people don't care about their jobs, and some people just allow their kids to touch things. So I've had this conversation before, and I'm going to move along. So yeah, this one was regular acrylic. It was the last of its color. So I was like, I can probably put a nice little white on it, make it a blue and white stripy hat for my son. I bought a couple of these lace pieces here. These lace. Because I'm going to make some handkerchiefs with it, with the fingering weight for me and my daughter. So, I got one in white and I got one in beige. As I shown, the clips. Again, I think there are 2 clips being used somewhere, and if they are, I have no clue where. So, a couple of these little clips. No? Okay. So, I wanted to try it. Again, I'm a knitter, so, and I go really hard on the needles. I mean, especially when I'm making socks, I have full-blown freaking puncture holes to where my husband's like, what in the shit? I went hard that day with the needles. So, I have better and expensive ones from Joann, but because they're so hard and they already have the grooves, trying to manipulate that part of your bone with that green one. So, a couple of these little rubber protectors. Let's try something different. And that's that for the Dollar Tree haul. Again, Temu. So with Temu, my little bracelets, I got my husband a nice little wallet, you know, to my husband, love, you know, your wife kind of stuff. And my pins. I have a thing for pins. I have 2 pins coming in next week. Super rad. So, my recent pins was this one. Now, you're not going to be able to see it, but it says magical as F bomb. We got some Beetlejuice going on. And we got an old school Nintendo cartridge. Blow me. So, I love my pins. I like to collect my pins. I have a Pac-Man one with all the ghosts coming in. And I got Rainbow Bright. I had to have Rainbow Bright. So, last but not least, I saw these, and I don't plan on using them for bracelets. I don't do that kind of craft. I don't have the patience. So if you got the patience, look, I can't even speak. You are amazing. If you got the patience, you are amazeballs. Because I can't. But anywho. So I think this was a pack of 10 for like 89 cents. They're, you know, it's like a lanyard for necklaces, or I guess you can make it into a bracelet. It's got your lobster claw. Anyway, let's go to my forehead. You can see it better. And your regular lanyard looks like it's leather, greasy leather, and then your chain. Excuse me. So again, I don't do crafting, but the first thing when I saw these was stitch holders. So to best show you and understand, I went to Joann's, or no, it was Michael's. And if you go to the craft section, they have this plastic lanyard here. This plastic lanyard, and it's a hard piece of plastic. And you cut, you dice what you need, and you put it in. It's supposed to be your stitch holders. It's holding my stitches, see? This is plastic. My fear is that that knot's gonna pop. You see? I pulled it out. It's gonna pop out. I'm gonna yank too hard, not realizing what end I'm pulling my project out of the bag, and I lose my live stitches. I'm not the best at picking up stitches still when it comes to knitting. I'm finally getting better at picking up the holes underneath the arms and picking up the holes at the heel of the socks. So I thought about it. As you can see, it just happened, on recording. So I figure, what best than to take this, kind of guide my needle through it, or get the cable through, and then wind the needle with the cable coming through this side. And then afterward, just click it. My stitches are held. And if I need for the bottom of my ribbing, you just click them, just keep going and clicking. Keep going and clicking. So 89 cents for a pack of 10. I will let y'all know how well it handles up, because again, I know there's jewelry on here. It might snag the yarn. I am very aware of that. So, again, can't go wrong. 89 cents for, like I said, I think it's a pack of 10. I don't need to be using them anytime soon, because I'm not going to pull. When I'm done with that arm, I'm going right to the next arm. So I'm not going to sit here and start opening up packages and pulling plastic. And God forbid I bust up the project. I will really beat myself up for that. So, but any hoot, again, that is it for this week's episode. 47 minutes, probably 50, considering not bad that I haven't been around in 3 weeks, but I really didn't sit here and start project after project or finish after, project after project finished. It was more of working on Frankenstein, saving thousands of dollars worth of yarn. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of us can relate, whether we paid full price, whether we paid clearance, or it was given to us as a gift, or we worked hard for it with our own little paychecks. I was not ready to let go thousands of dollars worth of merchandise, yarn. So I needed to put my yarn room first and get all myself established, get the house established, get the kids back to school, work on some projects, and again, feel great. I had a little bit of a not feeling so well a couple days. I don't know why I go through this every 2 or 3 months. I kind of just feel down and out. My body just shuts down. I'm kind of like, yeah. I mean, I don't even want to watch TV. That's how off I feel. I can't even sleep. It's more of I can lay in bed just for an hour or two. So I kind of took one of the weeks off where it was like work one day in the house, take a day off, and crochet and knit, so on and so forth. So that's another reason why I kind of haven't been on, because I needed that break in between. With my husband also having a new job, he's like crazy hours, so I'm really trying to do my part. So when my husband's home, it's just strictly family time. The kids and him get to spend time together. We get to go outside and do whatever, instead of worrying about the grass or the house or the cats and the yarn. So forgive me if I happen to disappear again. Again, it's most likely whether we're working on the house, I'm working on something, or I kind of just want to take a break and I'm not feeling too well. And I need that break in between. It's a lot. I mean, and what I mean by it's a lot, I really am trying to make sure everything is done, so that way at the end of the night, I'm ready to shut down. But the funny part is, when I'm ready to shut down, everybody else is shutting down. And I'm pretty well aware, we're all well aware. Our brains are like, yeah, no, not today. So I have those days. So if ever I don't come around You don't see me for a week or two. I'm resting. It's well needed rest that I have to take. Other than that, I am really glad that you guys are still watching and stuck by, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Tomorrow is Friday, so enjoy your weekend. Other than that, happy knitting, happy crocheting, and happy crafting. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.